Hey y'all, what it is, what it do? It's your girl Brittany. You know what it is. Back better, another video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, like the video, click the bell to be notified of every time I post. You know what it is. I know what it is. We know that I post frequently. All right, y'all, say it with me collectively. Acapello. We are jumping, we are skipping, we hopping, we leaping, we doing a doggy bow, doggy yow into this video. Click the link down in the description box below to become a paid member on my Patreon. All right, y'all, come. Without further ado, let's go get to another episode of Playboys. Now, let's go and give a summary of my thoughts on this episode. So, first things first, this is a great episode. I enjoyed the editing. In the beginning, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was a little more taken back, but I enjoyed the editing overall. All the boys got down what they was mad at. To an extent, I think they are forcing the House A, House B narrative. More so, people just standing on business or what they mad at. It's really, in my opinion, currently right now, not like a house to house divide. It's more like Maul and Cassie got beef. You know, they got history. And Indy Scott got history. Rich Zay is sticking up for his homeboy because Khalil thought he was gonna say something disrespectful to Ant. You know, more so. To me, it's like more clicks got each other back than like, oh, my whole house got my back. It's not giving whole house. It's not giving whole house. And if it is, I would say House B more so has each other back as a collective than House A. Because House A, to an extent, it feels as though some of them are still getting to know each other. That. Okay. JR definitely played a role in this episode to me. He did great with being able to narrate some of the things. In my opinion, he was good to narrate. And to an extent, it's just like, I get they gave him a chance. And I liked it, like, how the way he narrated him in Maul's conversation and just making Maul be vulnerable. But other than that, JR don't need to be on the season. Okay, Ken. I like Ken. But I definitely felt like Ken was talking a lot in this episode. And the more and more I see Ken, and this is no shade to Ken, the more and more I see him, I'm starting to tune him out. Because I always see him talking. And it's like, you ain't got in the field yet. Every time I see you, you talking. And you talking about what phase you woulda, coulda, shoulda caught. And it's like, you ain't caught nothing yet. So why are you talking? You telling everybody what they did, but you not saying what you did. Because you not doing nothing but talking. I like Ken, but I am ready for Ken to hurry up and fight somebody. I'm ready for him to hurry up and fight somebody. Because at this point, you just kind of there. And same with Ty. Like, Ty, to me, he definitely not there to fight. He more so there to give personality. And I think the more and more we see him, he just gonna give personality. But I think after a while, you'll get to tuning him out too. You'll get to tuning him out. You'll be like, shut up. Why are you talking? You know, if he don't end up doing a little more. D. Scott is still standing behind Maul to the end. He gonna stand behind Maul to the end of time, child. He gonna stand behind Maul to the end of time. This episode really got real. Too. It really got real. You can definitely tell when Maul and Cassie was getting into it, when they got defined, Cassie was like taking it personal. I think I want to call this episode "The King Has Fallen." Cause he said they won in his confessional. Oh, y'all waiting to see, y'all gonna keep waiting. We, I swear to God, are not having to wait long. Now, mind you, they did let it be known that they got the fading 3 times. So that was the last one. That was the last one, and it was a good one. It was definitely a good one. Cassie was putting belt to ass. Okay, you look up in the dictionary book, belt to ass, you're gonna see Cassie's picture right there, giving Maul that belt to ass treatment because belt to ass, belt to ass, belt to ass, wet belt, wet belt to ass, very much so. But even then, like, even though that's like my main thing, I feel as though that got lost in the shadows because the other boys was doing what needed to be done. Metro swung the dog out of Zay. He said, "Come here, get your ass out!" Like, when I say it was giving Madea, like when Kiki Palmer and was playing that role when she was getting whooped, that was Zabo. Yeah, I mean Zayduh. That was Zayduh, not Zabo, child. That was Zayduh. Zayduh was getting tore. Zayduh was getting tore. Solo was not whooping Marty. Did not tear Marty up nor down. I said, child, what? That was weak. That was a weak fade. That was so weak. Trying to see what else. I don't know. Oh, okay. Pootie came. Pootie time. Pop the trunk. You know what they came here to do. Pop the trunk. And man, ready to complete these hoes. Loved it. I went on them to do their thing. I do like the speed of it. The speed is really good. I think the speed that they going, like, I'm able to digest everything they giving to me. Like, okay, boom, y'all finally got them up in here. I thought Isaiah and Pootie was gonna go and rock out, but they did not rock out. They did not rock out, and I'm mad about that because I thought they definitely was gonna rock the boat with each other, but they ain't rocked the boat just yet. But you know, when Isaiah and Pootie see each other, it's on sight. He came to pop the trunk, and I'm excited for him to pop the trunk. Now him and Landon, yeah, I do kind of want Pootie to fight Landon just because how he played him on Love and War. But this little roller coaster, we're gonna get into that too, child, because it's definitely some backstory there. You know, a lot of this stuff definitely has some backstory. RJ or JR and Sheen's conversation, backstory, and Pootie and Landon talking, backstory. So we're gonna get into all that in this video. I don't even mind what Khalil said, and I really don't mind what he said because they let the monkey call LaRue a roach. So I don't mind it because if we gonna play, fair game. Even though he was talking to Ant, like, no shade, like, y'all call each other stuff all the time. And I know Ant came on the panel, first one on the panel, by the way, was saying how, you know, people is real life going through that. Y'all know y'all in La La Land when it come to this stuff. So we not gonna bring the real world and be like, oh, you know that. That has nothing to do. He said what he said. Like, it was supposed to be a key. You supposed to drag back. So Khalil and Ant jump it off. Khalil said what he said. Ant decides that he don't really have no conversation back. He just gonna spit. He spit, and then, you know, they broke it up because, again, Ant was trying to be the first one to set it off, and they didn't want him to be the first one to set it off. They didn't want him and Khalil to go at it. They wanted others, which, no shade. I don't really care about you two storyline. Y'all get it, y'all want to get that, but we have bigger fish to fry in the building that is worth my watch more so than y'all two. Now, shout out to Cashy. Cashy was taking it in his confessionals. The energy is there. He popping it. The reads is there. Like, he's eating in his confession. He's eating down. So, boom, him and D Scott get into it. D Scott talking about his brother. He dogging him out. Cashy and spit some gum at him. At this point, it's a lot of spitters in the room. He spits his gum out. Now, mind you, I don't know what Maul thought he was made of, but it wasn't glass, okay? Now, when Cashy spit the gum out, I promise you, the gum don't look like it went nowhere. He's saying that it reached all the way to his shoulder. The spit to me, or the popping of the gun, was so weak that it gave, like, it just hit the table. Now he's saying he hit his shoulder, but these guys end up saying like he hit his face or his cheek or something like that. So the gum did land, but we don't know exactly where the gum landed. So this guy ends up saying that he's spitting his eye. So the gum must have landed on his shoulder, and then while he was spitting the gum, then spit must have landed on his eye. I don't know, child. I'm not a spitologist or nothing. So this guy didn't pick up the plate of Alfredo. Good, the Alfredo. As soon as he picked it up, the Alfredo fell out. So, you know, definitely, like Cashy said, didn't have no aim. And I don't really care for this guy, but I'm gonna give this guy his credit too. when it comes to these confessionals, he's doing amazing as well, as far as like keeping up the narration of the story and, you know, giving energy where it needs to go. Both of their confessionals is very funny. My thing is this though, like I told y'all, it looked like Cashy gum didn't go nowhere. Seeing it like in real time, like not them slowing it down, seeing it in real time, it do look like it gave a little more energy. But as they slowed it down, it gave like a weak spit. I'm not gonna lie to you, these guys, it really was that serious. You are talking about his family, his brother. Not only that, why do you have pasta on your neck? You trying to hit somebody with pasta and you end up hitting yourself. You really don't have no aim. Not maggot food, child. Did you feel like you was back in the scene? Like, did you have a flashback? I mean, veins is popping out the neck, out the forehead, like he going hard. God, and mind you, they put the camera to the side for Cashy confessional. He is going so far at the camera, like he feeling it, like he is went back in time. He's actually like envisioning what's going on with him, to where they had to put the camera back on him, you know, full blown. Yeah, baby, he was irritated. He was irritated. He was what? Annoyed. Maggot food is crazy though. Maggot food is crazy because as he's saying it, I could picture, you know, like a dead corpse with maggots on it. So yeah. So they end up bringing some dancers. I'm your nasty dancer, dancing for money. Do what you want me to do. So they bringing the dancers, y'all. First of all, I'm like, the girl, I thought it was one girl. I'm like, dang, she making her rounds. It's two of them. It's giving twin. Where have you been? So it's the girls, then it's like two, maybe three dudes, the one with the dress, the white boy, and then like the light-skinned man. I was like, oh, okay. Mind you, Zayduh had hit one of the girls' butt. I said, yeah, you know Zayduh don't like girls. Like the way he hit her butt was giving very much like, sit down. But the boys was making a round. They was having a good time. I'm trying to figure out where in the pasta being thrown, spit flying, did we then say, you know, dance break? I'm really trying to figure that part out. I didn't see that part coming. And then after that, you know, we go insane. Now, mind you, no shade. I don't care what Ant like. Like, I know that's a key for Now That's TV. I know, but I don't care. I don't care. Like, let me repeat, I don't care. I feel as though y'all already did all that when it came to Love and War. Okay? When it came to Love and War, y'all wore me out talking about Ant sexuality. I don't give a rat if Ant want Marty, if Ant in the trenches hard, I don't care. When it comes to him in particular, I never cared. Never gave a damn. Never gave a fuck. Okay? Let me add that. Marty up here is just like, bow, 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 bow. I'm looking at Marty like, are they paying you to perform? Enjoy the time. Marty, baby, Marty is like, listen, I'm finna give me a man tonight. Okay, Marty, we know somebody's eyes is already on you. Now, mind you, Rizé had a conversation with Tay and Shink. They squashed their beef. They let it go. You know, they gonna be cool. They just wanted to fight one time, get it over with. You know, they want to have a good time. No. It's day one, bitch. It's day one. Ain't no we cool, let's be cool on the back end. This is day one. Day one. Absolutely not. I'm not going for it. Give him some work. Thank you. Now, mind y'all, we did see in the trailer Marty get food thrown at him. Marty, you better sock and rock that old. Ty to me, like I said before, Ty give a big personality. Ty just give personality. But Ty do be doing stuff to where it's like, no, you need to get touched. Because you threw food on Marty. Mind you, Cassie was begging you to get back in the field. You didn't want to get in the field. You're big. You're big. You're big. But it's like, I think you're doing all this because, you know, in the back of everybody's mind, you and Jonathan close. I guess y'all cousins. And, you know, we know that Jonathan will come in and rock out, you know, behind you. And that's cool. But at the same time, it's like you're not really giving into the show. You kind of just there to an extent. You arguing personality, but it's a lot to take in at one time to where it's like you kind of just want to decline it. Like you would rather go without it. Cause you doing a lot, but you're doing a lot, but it's not enough for me to be interested in. The dancer that's taking me out is the white man. The Caucasian man on Sheen is taking me out. He is taking me out. Like he like who invited him to the party? He is taking me. The bend over twerk with no Duke is ending me. It's giving he on that dry skin, aka Solo. You keep saying Marty ugly. Marty is not ugly. On no day. On no day. Marty is handsome, boo. Listen here, dry skin. Stop trying to No. You're not all that dry skin. He's fine. And Ty is on Ken so hard. Like, Ken, look at somebody. Why are you looking at him? Do y'all go together? I know on the panel, Ken let it be known that they talked at one point, but like, do y'all talk now? Did he not get the memo that y'all stopped talking? What's going on? Cause he acting like you owe him something. And it's in between your legs. Now the Benny Hanna reference. If you been here, you been here, you been here. If you know, you know, you know. This was another thing. I forgot to add this in at the beginning. The Benny Hanna reference that Cassie is talking about. So mind y'all, and I thought this was hilarious when he brought it up. Because again, like I said, you had to be here. So last season, when Playboys, came about, D Scott was dating Maul, whatever, allegedly. That was Maul's good friend. So mind you, Maul called D Scott in the egg. D Scott was trying to go link up with somebody. It was really Maul. Maul was trying to see, was he cheating? He played him or whatever. Had him meet up with him at a location to go get some or whatever. And it was actually Maul, a key. And Maul then blasted D Scott on the internet because at this point in time, it was like everybody really liked D Scott. Everybody was like, D Scott be having Maul back. We love to see Maul happy, this, that. And Maul was kind of basically trying to say that D Scott was using him to stay on Playboys, to get on Playboys, to keep getting booked on shows. Now, has he necessarily been getting booked on shows like that? Absolutely not. So if that was his motive, it really didn't work as much. Like, of course, they brought him back for Playboys, but as far as him just being booked and busy and being on every show, absolutely not. That it did not work in his favor when it came to that. But that's the Benny Hanna reference because he was cheating on Maul while they was together. Maul exposed him. Maul called him out. Like it was a full-blown thing, y'all. Like when I say Maul went to hell, Maul went to hell. And y'all know Maul know how to read real good. And he gonna keep a receipt. He showed recordings of him and D Scott talking the whole nine. Like he went off. So Ty doing the most. He is doing the most. Again, another one that to me should be eliminated early because he's just there. And I think they will probably eliminate him. Because he's doing a lot of talking, but you're not doing a lot of field work. And it's like getting the field to shut up. Honestly, so Landon ends up going to have like a one-on-one with him, telling him like to sit down. Y'all might mess up the equipment, this, that. Number one, to me, if that was not Jonathan People, Landon would have hit him. It's no day. I think a lot of them are holding back because of who he has in the background. Because I promise you, if Ty was not related to Jonathan or had no relations to Jonathan, he would have been smacked by now. He'd have been jumped. He'd have been got beat up. He would have been Khalil, number 2. Okay, I promise you that. I promise you. On a stack of Bibles, I promise you that. He would have been Khalil. I mean, yeah, he would have been Khalil by now. Not only that, the equipment thing. This is my thing when it comes to production. Y'all knew y'all wanted to have something at night. So when these people are going out their way, doing their job, giving me some entertainment, I don't really care about them messing up y'all stuff. These are the same people who was giving these BBO girls $20,000 and $30,000 to do nothing but stand around and be there. So equipment, shut up. I don't care. I don't mind. Let them knock down the light. Let them knock down a pole or two. And then y'all wanted to have this at night. Instead of y'all just going to y'all little dungeon territory that y'all usually go in and let them fight. So I don't care. So Ken ends up saying that Maul and his host, he want him right at the Zayduh. This is my thing. Why are we waiting to exhale on Zayduh? I get it, you and Zayduh had beef at the moment, but get your issue. It's giving Thorfriend from what is it called? Vinland Saga. Like, you keep wanting a regular duel where you gotta let everybody know, like, I want to fade head up. Like, if you want that, go and get that. Jump off the porch about it. We waiting on you to jump off the porch. It's too hesitant for me. It's like we gotta check one bitch at a time and we gotta go in that order. Like, no, jump off the porch and come on, Cam. Now. The boys went under hell. I don't know the word that they call under hell, but that's what it was at. So Ma and Cassie then just start, tearing each other. It was just sad to watch. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I be want to see them fade, but like the fact that he did the thing about the brother, the mama, it was hard to watch because they were the best of friends, and it's one thing to hear them talk about each other on the internet, but like them face to face reading each other, and I wouldn't even say that was reading for real, but like the fact that they was all just going below hell, like I said, below hell. It wasn't even hell no more, no air conditioning, it was below hell. The mama, the brother thing, like, both of them definitely went to the gutter with it. And I really hate that they had to take it there because, again, they was so close. So then that's when the brawl takes out. Now, Khalil started the brawl with Rich Zay. Anyways, bigger fish that needs to be fried. He gets jumped. Oh, well, I don't care. So then they, give me little snippets of everybody fighting. I'm like, why am I getting snippets? And I would say this too: security. It's the security, child. It's the security. Y'all got too many big ones. Okay, let's get some skinny minis up in here too, please. Thank you. We do not need all these big, strong Teletubby men. Okay, we don't need all of them. Cause they be surrounded. They like literally, if anything, put them on the opposite side. Like when everybody about to brawl and stuff, put them where the fence was. Okay, get their ass out of the way so I can at least see the fight for y'all. Say, break it up, before I can hear break it up. Let me at least see what's going on. And I know this day was hard for them cameramen. I know this was a hard day for the cameraman. Oh my gosh. Shout out to the cameraman because they was trying to do their job. So meanwhile, they got the Pop the Trunk crew coming in, the best duo. Honestly, for Mean Boys, I definitely think Man Man and Pootie need to be in there. Obviously, Man Man came with that energy for his confessional. He usually always come with that energy, especially now he ain't got really used to reading and doing his thing. So Man Man came with that energy. Pootie came with that energy as well. And you know what they came here to do? Pop the trunk, get down where they mad at, and get up in there. But no shade, back to the brawl, because that's what I came here to do. Hold the trunk, hold the poppy. Let's get back to this motherfucking riot. So let's start out with the first soccer-thon that was happening, which was Solo and Marty. On the ground, standing up, Marty, boom, 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 got up in there. Once they started taking him down to the ground, he did fold. But Solo, I'm not gonna give you that. I'm not gonna give you that because you was punching his legs. Like, be for real. And yes, he was pulling your hair because security trying to break y'all up. He trying to get you up off him. So he curled up a little bit and was pulling your hair and getting you up off him. Like, no shade. I definitely need to see y'all square up, head up, and not in the midst of chaos, to be honest. It was a lot going on. So this fade, I don't know who to give it to, but I will say Solo didn't think he ate like he played like he ate in them confessionals, because before they got on the ground, Marty was booted up, ready, got up in there. It was just once they got to the ground, baby, I don't know what happened. Then we get to Metro and Zayduh. When I say Metro took Zayduh where she didn't want to go, didn't want to go. Baby, when I tell you Metro, zoom through that bitch, zoom through her. Okay, this was the definition of taking her where she didn't want to go. Baby, Zayduh was hit to the table, hit to the chair, hit to the floor. I said, let go, Zayduh, let go. Be free, be free, be free. Cause when I say Metro was in it. But I will give Zayduh his props. He was like holding, like staying in there. I ain't gonna say keeping up, but staying in the fight. He was staying in the fight. But yeah, big loss. Moving on to Cashy versus Maul. Now, obviously, we wasn't able to see a lot of it, which I hate. What the hell y'all doing, cameraman? Get on it. But Ant is a real friend to Cashy. Like, when I say ride or die for him, ride or die, like that is a real, true friend. Like, very much a true brother. Now, boom, Ant seen that Cashy was getting jumped by Lil Arms. And honestly, I don't even think that these guys' hits was making or breaking anything, to be honest. That adrenaline was pumping so much, I'm sure Cashy did not even feel his hits. You know what I mean? So when Ant end up getting these guys, it was like, okay, get them. Now y'all go over there. Get the hell out of the way. Boom. Cashy and Maul, they fine. Even as they're standing, you could tell Cashy is putting everything he got into Maul's face. He is uppercutting the hell out of Maul. Now, mind you, when the whole brawl started and there was so much chaos, you did see Maul get like 2 punches on Cashy. Now, I don't know when they turned the camera and them uppercuts was cutting, was he still getting some licks on him? But I will say Cashy was taking his ass around the damn town. Boom, Maul ends up falling. Cashy fall on top of him. He said, he's choking him out. He punching him. He was like, he bleeding, but he's still in there with him. Because again, yes, there's a lot of anger built up. The brother, the baby, talking about the mama, everything, the whole nine. Like they fight for real. Like this is war right here. And like I told y'all before, Cashy had already had some issues with Maul and things that Maul was saying too. So I feel as though not only was it about the brother, but it was also like about how Maul would make Cashy feel, when it came to the whole Joyce and him situation, when it came to how he used to call him the bottom, just a lot of little slick stuff Maul used to say. I think a lot of it came from that as well. I definitely think, the peak was definitely the brother. The peak was the brother, but everything that built up to the brother comment as well. And I think it was just, it was a thing that Maul used to say little stuff out the way to him, and he probably, never said anything because they was close, they was cool, all of this. But it's kind of like your friend who be talking you crazy, be kind of treating you like you ain't nobody and thinking that, you afraid of them, you scared of them because you never say anything to them. But then when you finally stand up for yourself, you stand up for yourself big. That's what this more so gave me, just off the fact that, I knew all the details behind this fight. The fight really had more so to do to me on Cashy part with the build up. It was more of the build up because it took a lot of more build up on Cashy part. The brother, like I said, was the peak of it, but it was a lot more build up. On my part, yeah, it's about the son, but they always talk about his son. That ain't nothing new to him. They always talk about the son. But then, it was the stuff about the cousin and the mama and all that too. So, his build up is there, but to me, Cashy's was way longer. It was over a friendship extension as well. That he was feeling some type of way in the back end. So to me, that's why he fights so hard. Like I said, the brother is the peak. And yeah, they going back and forth about the mother, the brother, the baby mama, the baby situation. But like I said, it's way more to it than just that. Landon, see, that's why I told you I really don't care for Landon. You was ready to beat him anyway. Really? Really? But mind you, the same one who's supposed to get it with Khalil early on. Khalil was very skeptical about him, thinking that Landon was going to really play host. And then because he snuck Rich Zay, all of a sudden then you want to pop on him. That makes no sense in the world. Because if you really want to get your issue, why you didn't get your issue early on when you first seen him? You seen him before any of the other boys. You seen him before any of the other boys. And you talking about, oh, I already want to beat your ass anyway. Be for real. You was looking for a moment and you want to make it seem like you was riding for your house. I be seeing through Landon and his trickery. Baby, Ma look toe up. Ma look toe up. And it's not even giving the little boosie. I'm toe up. It ain't even giving the little Boosie I'm toe up. Baby, you thought he went to war, nigga, toe up. Boom, they bring the drone in. I said, and that's how you do it now. That's TV. That's how you do it. You better bring that damn drone up in here. That's how you do it. Now that's how you eat. Now that's how you eat. Bring that drone up in here. Ma so messed up. They had to help him sit down on the concrete. Like he is tore. He is tore. Pootie just got there already on timing. And y'all don't want to get him crash out of the year. We're gonna talk about that in another video. But he already on time. He just clocked in and ready to work. So he runs, lightning, gone, out of here. Gets to these guys, get to handling them. Baby, security can be in the way because I already know he got off where he was mad at and dimple that hoe. Boop, boop, pop, pop, pop. That's all you hear. And I know that's Pootie hands. I know these guys back on the ground. Why security taking JR like he finna go to jail is delusional. It's crazy because he wasn't doing that but standing there. Like, be for real. Like, if anything, he was helping y'all break the fights up. I don't know why security is on him so hard, but if anything, I think security, like, we don't want you in the midst of this. You T-Lo is white cousin. We don't want you in the midst of this. Just chill out. Just stand right here. Because it never gave. He was jumping at nothing. No shade. I'm glad Cassie went ahead and touched Ty. Ty talked too much to me and just need to be popped. Like, popped in the mouth. Shut up. Like, oh well. And I think honestly, when Jonathan go back and watch it, he gonna see that his cousin really was the one who was provoking a lot of the stuff that came upon him. Zoom in on my face. Why do y'all keep giving me like a little slide, a little here, a little there? Give me the full face. Y'all don't mind nobody else's face, but y'all favorite, y'all vice president, y'all is not showing me full face, and that's pissing me off. Cause he bloody no rings. Bloody no rings though. You bloody no rings though. Zoom in. Thank you. Khalil get on the bus talking too much. Hush, high breath, out of breath, just doing it. Talking about some senior baddies. They did. And they conquered. They won. They told y'all ass up. House B tore through y'all. Metro's A down. Like, baby. The way House B tore through y'all was insane. The special guests ain't even been here that long and got the tan through y'all too. So yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. A tear was had. And not only that, once he turned around, look at Zayduh face, Maul face, these guys' face. Them was the main ones who was getting tore through. And if anything, brotherhood, my brother. I ain't see Sheik jump in nothing. I ain't see Tay at all. JR, you seen he wasn't doing nothing. But security pulling him saying that this ain't got nothing to do with you. The only people who really was finer, quote unquote, having each other's back is Zay, Maul, D Sky, Khalil. But all that brotherhood, my brother, is not giving my brother in the field. In the field. It ain't giving my brother. He built like a kangaroo. You see him? Yeah, he tore right through you. But you really, honestly, no shade. You had no choice but to give him his props because you was bloody no rings. You had no choice because you knew you couldn't come up in there in the house, in the scene. Maybe in your confession you could say whatever. But in the scene, you knew in the scene you couldn't. No, you knew. You knew in the scene you knew somebody was gonna be like, right now, mom. Look me in my face. Maul, come on now. Why was this guy and JR handing to each other? Was those condoms? Were those condoms? I need to know. Because I thought it was some Black in my house. But the way he flew off and the way these guys looking, seeing at the camera caught what he gave him, it gave condoms. Y'all getting active already? Y'all just got the brawling and now y'all ready gonna do what it do. Crazy. Just can't get enough, huh? Hosting all up in the field. It's the medic. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's the one who be talking his talk. Yeah. Yeah. So hosting all up in the field. What up? You ain't want to get in no field. You are being forced in the field. And honestly, no shade to what Ann said. I don't The king fell. The king has fallen. Don't get me wrong. The king has fallen. But for real, for real, for real, for real, I will say in this particular situation, like I told y'all 1,001 times, Maul did not start this situation. Like I will say that, like he did not start the situation to be like quote unquote humbled. He really didn't. He really didn't. I feel as though if Cassie would have told, how he felt early on in their friendship, it really wouldn't have came to this. It really wouldn't have. I don't really feel as though in this particular situation, Maul need to be quote unquote humbled. Not in this particular situation, not in this one. But if we go off just fighting and how he is very sarcastic, he has super high self-esteem about himself when it comes to his skills, then sure, yeah, he can be humbled, by getting tore, whatever the case is. Everybody has their day, everybody has their person that whoops their ass and let them know, hey, you're not as Billy Badass as you thought you was. They do have those people, and that just comes with the politics and the job that they want to do. But I don't feel like in this particular situation that it gave like he need to be humbled or anything. I really not the circumstances. Not you bit the booty. And I ain't gonna lie, Zayduh is a key. Tell me something. You too big, that booty too fat for you to not have did me worse. Sister, as y'all call each other, sister. I don't think you need worse, sister. Like, look at your face. Look at your face. Like the fact that y'all had to get medic done first. We had to take out the hair and all that. That lets y'all know, no, honey, house A lost. Like y'all lost. Big time. Like, look at y'all faces. Y'all faces alone, letting y'all know y'all lost. Like, no. And on no day do I think that Zayduh is messing with Metro. Metro is going to fly through his ass again. And Zayduh is so funny. He's so into the character. Y'all want to pull hair? Y'all want to pull hair? I want my hair bigger forward. Pull hair whole time. Solo said, hold on. Cut the camera shit. Don't. Bitch, I had to grow this shit out. Took 2 years, baby. Had to grow it out. Hold on. Let's not get too scissor happy. I don't know why JR needed them to put a name on who need to go home. I don't know why he needed him to do that because, I mean, yeah, you're not giving anything and you definitely need to go home, but be for real. You really think your house was talking about you? Y'all doing this house versus house thing. Why would they need to put a name on it? You obviously know that he's talking about the person who knocked his ass out. Not only that, shout out to Now That's TV. They put a BB song in it, when everything was going on. I forgot to bring that up. But you see, they still honoring that man. That's cool. I really like that they did that. JR and Ty just need to go and fight it out. They've been bumping heads ever since they met each other. Again, like I said, I don't know why JR even asked that question. JR, you're not doing anything. But regardless, you're not going home because you're related. Like, be for real. And no shade. No shade. I hate how they keep bringing the relatives. Like, Sway was on the show. JR is on the show. At this point, then T-Lo would be on the show. I need y'all to stop trying to be Cass back. Chasing Cloud, please. Thank you. Now, boom, Shinx ends up putting Solo's extensions on him. Mind y'all know this goes back. Well, this is referring to Bad Boys season 2. Jonathan versus what's your name? And I liked him. I actually liked him. Rio, yes. Jonathan versus Rio. When Jonathan took the boy hair, and mind you, Shinx was there. He was at the party with Jonathan. So that's another thing that makes it so iconic. The fact that he has replayed it out. He don't have no head or nothing, but obviously referring back to that moment. I think it's crazy how Ty is focused on Ken, the men like that. Like, he focused on him so hard. Ken this, Ken that. Me and Ken real Dallas. Well, Ken ain't that Dallas. So what y'all gonna do about it? Because I know they used to talk, but, they don't talk no more. So, like, dang, you still want him or something? Like, let me know. Now, Shinx is messy, 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 messy. So, allegedly, this some time back. Now, let me take y'all to this time. Around this time when JR and Mac was allegedly fooling around or together, this is when Ivory had this Zeus. So this is when Isaiah had, moved over to Stunner Girls Network. And he was trying to do South Central reunion or something like that. He was trying to do and bring all them folks over. And Ivory had, announced her loyalty to Now That's TV. So allegedly, this was around that time in the Now That's TV universe, world, whatever. This is around that time that I did hear that Mac and JR was talking, going together, whatever. Mind you, another word on the curve and on the side of the road and on the corner behind the liquor store, they were saying that Mac was only using JR for spots on shows. Like, mind you, JR used to work in production. If y'all go back to Young and Reckless season 1, you will see him a lot of times with production. You will see JR through a lot of these shows when it came to production. He was miking people up, stuff like that. Like, he was doing a lot behind the scenes. So they were saying that Mac allegedly was using JR to get on shows and stuff like that, talking to him, and he would, tell him about upcoming shows and all that type of stuff, because he wasn't making no money with Now That's TV. It kind of dried up. They stopped calling after a little while. So he, was trying to get back in their good graces, trying to see what's the next show they was gonna pick up and start filming so he could be on it. But all that's alleged. Like I said, word around the curve, down the street behind the liquor store at Ray Ray's grandma's house. So the boys are loving the houses that they staying in. No shade. I don't really mind them recapping what happened because so much happened. Get in there, like, recap it off. I don't mind it. It's giving like we had a ball, bitch. We had a ball. Like, let's talk about it all night long, because that's how me and my best friends is. Like, bitch, we gonna talk about it like 3 or 4 times that night. Okay, we're gonna keep recapping. We're gonna start reenacting in the whole shebang. Boom. So Ken going to everybody. He's saying whatever he's saying in his house. He like, oh, Rizze, you owe me some socks. Metro, I didn't know y'all done. Metro said, get in the field. Like, baby, I'm in the field. I don't have time to be thinking about where you at. Get in the field. He calls out Cash. He like, you tall fucking giraffe. You the one who cracked all this off. So far, who do I believe is taking home the money? We got the money. We got the money. I think Cashy, no shade. Cashy or Rizze. Cashy, Rizze, maybe even D Scott or Zayduh, honestly. It goes for any of those 4 currently. So let's move on to Landon and Pootie. So mind you, again, and I've said this before and he said it as well, Landon was making a lot of phone calls before they all seen each other in person. He was copping pleas because, as y'all know, the last time we seen him on a show, he was getting scared. Pootie was running all the fades for him. He was talking about Pootie in the confessionals, on live, saying how Pootie's so stupid. He had Pootie running on his face, all this, all that. So now that, him and Pootie is in the flesh, again, like Pootie said, he was copping pleas because he had already knew Pootie had asked for waiting for him right in there in the back of the stove. I don't blame Pootie for need to go, get Landon, because Landon definitely didn't have his back. Hopefully Pootie ain't too tender where he'll crash out behind Landon. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But you just never know when it comes to Pootie. Now, mind you too, before Playboys had filmed, Landon and Gigi had just broke up. And this was quote unquote for good. They had literally just broke up. So it gave more so to me, like, before we see the show, on the outside looking in and knowing the information I knew, it gave Pootie was Landon's rebound more so, but Pootie didn't mind because, Pootie had his man and Pootie just, was here to play with Landon, have a little good time with Landon, then not be stunned Landon after. That's, what it gave. But to me, I definitely think that Landon had just got out of his relationship. He wanted to have a good time. Pootie was right there. Pootie was available. He ain't dealt with Pootie before, so it's kind of like, well, I want to keep dealing with Pootie because I know Pootie gonna show me a good time. I know Pootie care about me. I know Pootie want to be with me, or not even want to be with me, but I know Pootie gonna fool around with me, and it's not gonna be nothing. He can fool around me. Then after we get done, I can go deal with somebody else. He know, like, Pootie really don't care what he do. Now, I don't know if they really actually do or did eliminations. Y'all know they always say eliminations, eliminations. They just got here so early to be doing eliminations. But now that's TV full of it because they'll say eliminate, eliminate, and nobody goes home. But that's why I think Ken was looking kind of crazy because him out of everybody is the only one who ain't touched nobody yet. And I mean, he said he was hitting, he jumped in the jumps, but as far as like a one-on-one fade, he ain't gave that yet. So I think that's why he was looking a little crazy. Now, mind you, JR is having a one-on-one with Maul. We already discussed him and what he talked about with Maul and Cashy. But let's then talk about the shade that he threw to Kobe. Now, mind y'all, on season 2 of Playboys, Kobe had popped up at the New Orleans like parade or on the script or whatever, he popped up there. So to me, JR being funny, he being messy, saying like, we don't need you to pop back up. If you gone, you gone. That's shade to Kobe. I think that's so funny. Cause if you not thinking about it, it'll miss you because ain't nobody really stunned what he talking about. But that's shade to Kobe. So we meet Robo. His energy is lit. His energy lit. I love the bleach blonde. He handsome, real handsome. Now they really didn't say much about Robo. I'm not gonna lie to you. They didn't say much about him. So I don't know what he giving. I don't know how many times he got in the field, if he did or if he didn't get in the field. They really didn't say too much about Robo, but he did make his grand entrance. Now I think they was lit. They was turned to see him, but it was so late and they had gave so much energy already to the fades. It's like once he came in, they had energy, but the energy wasn't as loud as how Zayduh, had his entrance. I think Robo came in, he was on good energy, but he didn't wake it up. We I don't know, like when Zayduh came in, Zayduh woke it up. Zayduh was like on time and like right now, da 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 da. He was on that, but Robo just came in like chill, north side. You know what I'm saying? He repping where he at. So Pootie and Landon, I can't believe the video almost an hour, y'all. Like, what was I talking about this whole time? But Pootie and Landon have a sit down. It's the long table. It's the Sunny D on the table. It's all just taking me. And like Pootie said, you're not gonna apologize about love and war. That's what he need to be apologizing for, not the social media antics. What happened on Love and War? Because you really tried to embarrass Pootie for real, but really, it just showed that Pootie is a warrior. He's loyal to who's loyal to him, and he can stand on his own. And he don't pick and choose. Win, lose, draw. He gonna get out there and fight. He's not scared of no bitch. No bitch. He's not scared of nobody. Not only that, how you gonna apologize then try to force me to apologize? No, boo. And I'm not gonna lie, no shade. Y'all was not the most anticipated fade. Like, no, y'all was not. And Landon Frost definitely was doing damage control because of the backlash that he got. Very much so. He wanted to talk to him on camera and address him on camera and clean up his image. Landon is very image conscious, baby. He's very image conscious. Yeah, he was just trying to clean it up because everybody, even people who stopped watching because no shade, Love and War was definitely whack. And my views started going down. Once I see my views started going down, I was getting tired of it too. But I had to just stick up in there. But it was a hard watch. It was a hard watch because at one point it was all about Ant, and ain't nobody stunned Ant. And not only that, Ivory too. The transition in Ivory, seeing her on Zeus versus Now That's TV, it was really hard to watch these two different, basically people on two different networks. It was really hard to watch her. He is trying to manipulate Pootie, and he knows how to manipulate Pootie. He knows that. He already know that. And he did agree to, if Pootie fight, he fight. And tell me something, but you ain't always jump in every time I fought. When Pootie got to Love and War, you stopped fighting. No shade. Pootie was fighting for you and him. He was fighting all your stuff. And the only time you jumped in is when it was targeted towards Ant. Who was fucking Ant? He was not playing on your intelligence. You are a liar, and you was trying to manipulate him, and you was trying to manipulate us as the fans. He wasn't playing with your intelligence. You was trying to manipulate everybody, and everybody seen that you was a coward and that you had Pootie running all your face for you. Pootie wasn't trying to manipulate nothing. Pootie had called you out for you playing as though you was gonna do this, you was gonna do that, you was gonna get up where you was mad at, but you never got up where you was mad at. Now, next episode, we get some more Pootie and Landon, and then Takari finally comes in. Takari has been very anticipated. I mean, baby, Takari has laid. He's getting around. Round and round he go. He get around. Okay, at this point, he need to drop the video to that. But that's all I got for y'all in this one. I love y'all. I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Bye.